Are you ready to learn some real life English with comprehensible input? Well, good, because today we are going to talk about something that I think everybody should be doing pretty much every day: reading. And some of the books that I have read that have changed my life. Let's go. Hey guys, it's your English speaking friend, Kyle. And today, it's a little cold, guys. It's a little cold here in Indiana. The sun is bright. The sun is bright, but it's cold too. So guys, today we're going to continue improving our English with comprehensible input. What is comprehensible input? Comprehensible input is when a native speaker, like me, speaks slowly and clearly so that you can understand. And guys, today we have a video that is super important because we're going to talk about one of the most important things in life if you want to be a successful, happy, and intelligent person: reading. We're going to talk about reading, what it does for you, why I think it's so important, and I'm going to tell you guys about the books that I've read in my life that have literally changed the way I think and the way I see the world. Literally have changed my life, guys. So, why is reading so important? Well, for one, reading can make you live longer. A study from a very prestigious means that everybody knows that something is good. So studies from a very prestigious college here in the United States called Yale have shown that people who read regularly live on average 2 years longer. Now, why is this? Well, number one, it might be because of all that reading. These people have learned things that help them to live longer. They've learned from reading books about health. They've learned from reading books about managing stress, so they're less stressed. They're more intelligent people, so they make more intelligent choices. That's one reason. Another reason is that reading literally is like working out for your brain. It's like doing exercise for your brain, guys. It helps your brain to be healthier. It activates all the parts of your brain so your brain stays active for a lot longer. Because as you get older, guys, if you don't use your brain, just like your muscles, if you don't use your muscles, they get smaller and weaker. The same thing happens to your brain. As you get older, if you don't use it, it gets weaker. So guys, another huge benefit of reading as far as health is that it reduces stress, guys. Studies have shown that reading for just 6 minutes can reduce your stress by up to 68%. Guys, that's huge. It's huge. And why is this? Well, it's because when you're reading, you're focusing on something, you're absorbing new information, and you are not thinking about your problems. You're not thinking about that mean person at work. You're not thinking about that fight you had with your girlfriend. You're not thinking about that thing that happened 15 years ago. Oh no, why did it happen? Why did I do that? No, you're focusing on something, learning new things, and not focusing on the things that stress you out. So guys, reading is like taking a vacation for your brain. Very good for you. Now, another interesting thing that might make you guys want to read more is that reading, statistically speaking, meaning that the data shows that reading will improve your career success, the success that you have in whatever you're trying to do with your life. 81% of surveyed executives, now when they say executives, they mean people that are in high levels of companies, very successful business people, okay? 81% of the people who were asked this question said that reading books has significantly helped them to achieve this success that they have found in their life. Now, it's not just businessmen and women, guys. Tons of successful people, some of the most successful people in the world, have said how important reading is to them. For example, Warren Buffett, one of the best investors ever, a billionaire who invests in the stock market, he says that he reads for up to 5 to 6 hours every day. He wakes up early, reads for several hours, and then gets to work. Bill Gates, the man who is known for Microsoft computers, he used to be the richest man in the world when I was a kid. He is known for reading 50 books a year, okay? Guys, these super intelligent people are constantly reading, constantly coming into contact with new ideas. And honestly, guys, the list goes on and on of successful people who say that reading is important. Oprah Winfrey is a huge celebrity here in the United States. She's been famous for 40 years. She's a billionaire, an African-American woman who is a billionaire. And on her TV show, she has a book club where she tells people all the great books that they should be reading. Jeff Bezos, CEO and founder of Amazon, loves reading history and science fiction. Guys, it goes on and on and on. Successful people read. So guys, those are just a few reasons why you should be reading, because of what it will do for your brain, for your potential success, for managing stress levels. Those are just some of the benefits. Now, let me tell you guys my experiences with reading. Let me tell you guys about the books that I have read that really influenced me and how they changed my life. Okay guys, so I think this shot looks kind of cool with the sun like that. I like this little sun ray or beam of sunlight. I think that looks awesome. So guys, the first book I want to talk about that really started my journey, I would say, with reading is a book that I've recommended many times on this channel, but for the people that are new here and have never heard me recommend it, it's a very famous book by a Brazilian author named Paulo Coelho, and the book is called The Alchemist. The Alchemist, okay? And this book came to me at a very special time in my life. It was a hard time in my life, but it came to me when I needed it. Books have a way of doing that sometimes, guys. Sometimes you'll find just the right book at just the right time in your life when you really need it. So guys, when this book came to me, I felt like the main character in it. And this book is fiction, meaning it's not real, it's a story, but there's a deep lesson. It's about a boy in Spain named Santiago, and he's a shepherd. He takes care of sheep, okay? His father's sheep. He travels around and takes care of these sheep, but he has a dream. He has a dream to go find treasure, okay? And he wants to go explore. He wants to go to Egypt to try and find his treasure. He thinks his treasure is by the pyramids in Egypt. So he tells his father. His father, of course, says, no, that's crazy. You're a shepherd. You have a job. So just do your job and be happy. Don't go off on adventures. It's not gonna work. Now, what's so special about this, guys? How many times have you heard something like that when you had a dream? You had somebody in your family or a teacher or somebody tell you, no, that's not gonna work. Don't do that. Just get a good job and do what you're supposed to do. Go study, go to work, and make a good living. Well guys, what happens in the story is Santiago decides that he's not gonna just settle and be happy being a shepherd. He's going to chase his dreams, go to Egypt, find his treasure. Now, when he leaves, many bad things happen that make him think he made a huge mistake. He's a failure, but he keeps on going and he keeps a good attitude. Eventually, he finds his treasure, he lives his dream, he finds love, and everything worked out because he listened to his heart and chased his dream. Now guys, why this book made such an impact on me is because I was probably 19 years old and I was working in a factory, guys. I was working all night, 12 hours at a time in a big dirty factory, and I was making good money. All my friends thought that I had all the money and I was, you know, the cool guy. I had a nice car, things like that. But I was not happy, guys. I didn't want to work in a factory for all my life. And I had a dream. At that time, it was making music. But I was scared to pursue my dream. I thought I had to do what everybody told me to do, just work and, you know, have a good job. But this book made me feel like it was worth it to chase a dream. It was worth it to follow your heart and to dream big. And guys, this really opened up my mind that anything is possible, and it gave me the courage to chase dreams. And you know, this book led me to other books, you know, because it got me started on this path of self-discovery. It got me started thinking, yes, I can. And it really just came at just that right time when I needed it, guys. I felt like Santiago, and it gave me the courage to keep going after my dreams. Now, I made a video about music on the membership page where I talk about this dream I had, and that one didn't work out, but I learned many things, and this book has influenced the way I think, definitely, by making me into a dreamer, making me into somebody who is not scared to think big and want great things. I feel like everybody should feel that way, guys. If you have a dream, Don't just push it down and forget about it just because your parents say, oh, you shouldn't do this, or just get a job, you know, you're gonna be a doctor or you're gonna work at the family company. Guys, you do have to work and you have to have money to eat, but I think you should always chase your dreams, even if you are studying, you know, for the good job or things like that. And this book is really important. It really tells you that message. Have your dreams, guys, and go after them. So The Alchemist was a huge book in my life and what really started me on my journey of self-discovery and self-improvement. It's also a wonderful book for learning English because it's kind of small and uses pretty simple vocabulary. So if you have not read The Alchemist, please, guys, give it a shot. I promise, one of the best books I've ever read. Okay, guys, next book that I'm going to talk about is called Breaking the Habit of Being You. This is written by Dr. Joe Dispenza, and he is an incredible person. You can see him all over YouTube, and what he is known for is his studies on the brain, meditation, and how with meditation we could change our brains and change our lives. Guys, this book opened my eyes to so many things. It taught me why I am the way I am, why I think the way I do. It taught me that emotions are just chemicals in our body and that we can become addicted to these chemicals. So for example, something bad happens to you, you get upset about it, really upset about it, you keep thinking about it and thinking about it, and then you keep thinking negatively. Next thing you know, it's been a year, you're still thinking negatively. Next thing you know, it's been 5 years, you're still thinking negatively, you're a grumpy person, you're not very nice. That's somebody who is addicted to the chemical or the emotion of anger, fear, anxiety. And it happens, guys. I found myself stuck in the emotion of fear, and how it manifested was by making me an anxious person. And I dealt with anxiety for years, guys. And reading this book really changed everything for me. It really changed so much, guys. I'm so much more patient in my everyday life. I'm so much happier. I treat my family better. I'm a better friend, son, husband, dad, everything because of this book, guys, honestly. Because of this book, I meditate several times a week, and it has truly changed my life, guys. And it's also helped me to change other people's life. Whenever my wife is feeling anxious, I guide her through a meditation. I've done it for my son. It's given me so many tools, guys, to handle my emotional and mental health, and I recommend it for absolutely everybody. But the thing is, this is not a book that you should be reading in English unless you have a super high level of English, guys. This is some advanced stuff. He's talking about neuroscience, which is the study of the human brain, talking about chemicals that are in our body, talking about all kinds of stuff, super advanced vocabulary. So I think that you should read this one in your native language, but you should absolutely read it, guys, and add meditation to your lifestyle if you want to feel more calm, more at peace, really just overall feel better, guys. This has changed my life, changed my health and my mental well-being, certainly, more than any other book. Breaking the Habit of Being You by Dr. Joe Dispenza. Check it out. Hurt my neck to do that shot, guys. But you guys know me, I can't resist trying to do something different. I get bored if I just record everything the same way, guys, so I have to try and do different shots. All right, I'll tell you about the next book in just a minute. Okay, guys, the next book is literally responsible for this YouTube channel. If it was not for this book, I would have quit this YouTube channel a long time ago when I was not seeing results. Okay, this book is called Think and Grow Rich by an author, Napoleon Hill. It's a very famous book, guys. Many wealthy and famous people have read this book and said that it helped them to achieve their fortunes. And guys, this book is a guide to getting rich, but really, it's a guide to achieving whatever your desire is. So it's more of a book about achieving your goal, reaching your treasure, like in The Alchemist. If money isn't your objective, then that's okay. This will help you reach any objective. What it does, guys, is it helps you to create a desire. A burning desire is what they say in the book. And this burning desire, guys, is what helps you keep going when things are not working, when it looks like you're never going to achieve your goal. That burning desire is what will keep you going. And I remember one time I told my wife, I would rather die than give up on reaching my goal, give up on being the man that I want to be, because I want it with all my heart. And that's what you have to have inside of you in order to do something incredible, guys. And really, I worked for 4 years, over 4 years on this YouTube channel, and very little results. Like no money, guys, hardly any views, no viral videos, 4 years. And I did not quit, and I did not think about quitting because I will never quit. I had a goal in my mind, and I told myself I will never ever stop until I achieve this goal. So guys, I've achieved parts of my goal, but now the goal keeps growing and I keep going because I have a burning desire inside of me, guys. And I'll never stop. And that's what this book teaches you. It teaches you how to make a plan, how to define what it is that you truly want. And once you figure out what it is, you create that desire inside of you and convince yourself that it's possible. And once you've convinced yourself that it's possible, there's no stopping, guys. This book will teach you how to be determined and how to never stop until you achieve what your heart truly desires. So guys, I recommend this book so much for anybody who wants to do great things. It doesn't have to be about money, but if you want to be a truly great person, you know, one of the great people in the world who's done something worth writing about, this is a must-read book, guys, an absolute must-read. I've read it twice at least, probably, and I've listened to the audio version. You absolutely have to listen to this book. It's a life changer, and it's responsible for any success that I have right now in a big part. So guys, Think and Grow Rich is essential if you want to grow rich or become a great person. Gotta read it. Like The Alchemist, it'll make you truly believe in your heart that no dream is too big, and if you really put your mind to it, you can achieve it. Check it out, guys. I'm telling you. Okay, guys, and the last book that I'm going to tell you about is the most famous book ever written, the Bible. So guys, I am not trying to push any religion on you at all. I would never do that. If you're not religious, if you're Hindu, if you're Muslim, if you're Christian, if you're Jewish, I don't care. All I want is to share how this book changed me and the things that I've read in it that have changed the way that I think and changed the way that I live my life. So guys, there's a lot of things in the Bible that I have read and really loved. For example, Proverbs is the wisdom of King Solomon. And even if you're not religious at all, that's an incredible book to read. Talks about money, love, life, everything, health. All the wisdom in the world is in that book. But what I want to talk about today is one paragraph from the Bible, guys, that has changed my life. And there's tons of books. There's 60-something different books in the Bible. And all I want to talk about is one little paragraph that changed my life. And this little paragraph summarizes everything that the Bible means to me, okay? And this is something that Jesus told his followers. He said, "A new command I give to you, that you love one another, that you love each other. As I have loved you, so you must love each other. And by this, they will know that you are my disciples," which is another word for followers, if you love each other. And guys, this is everything. I live my life by this. And honestly, the fact that I live my life by this has nothing to do with religion, going to church. No. I think that is just the purest, most beautiful spiritual lesson ever given. And that is, no matter what, love your fellow human. Love your fellow man. And when I say man, I mean human, not men. Love your neighbor. And most importantly, guys, love your enemies. Guys, there are people who I hated because I thought they did something terrible to me. I thought they made my life awful. But when I really read this and started thinking about it, guys, it released me. It released me from anger. It released me from hatred. It released me from judging people. And guys, now, because before I judge, I look at people with love, I could look at the person who used to be my worst enemy and just feel so sad for them. No hatred. I just think, wow, your childhood must have been so difficult for you to act that way. I feel so sorry for the beautiful child who was treated bad by their parents and turned you into that person. And I can actually love my worst enemies. Now guys, to me, that is the message of Jesus, of that book, of the New Testament. And if you're not living like that, you're missing the point. Love everybody. Doesn't matter if they think different from you. Doesn't matter what they've done. Love them as you love yourself. Guys, I promise if you could do that, the world would be a better place. There'll be less violence. There'll be less hungry people. So guys, that one paragraph has touched me in such a huge way. Changed the way that I see the world, that I see other people, the way that I see myself, and the way that I live my life. All right, guys, that's all for today. I hope this was interesting for you guys, hearing about the books that have shaped me into the person that I am. I've read hundreds of books, guys, hundreds. I have no idea how many books I've read. I have mountains of books that I've read, but these are the few that I think about all the time that are still shaping the way that I see the world and the way that I live my life, the way that I chase my dreams, the way that I treat other people, the way that I take care of myself. These are the greatest books that I've ever read. So guys, please tell me in the comments, what are the books that you have read that have changed your life, that have shaped the way that you see the world, changed the very way that you think? I can't wait to hear about the books that you guys love and the books that have inspired you, like these books have inspired me. Thank you, my friends, for being here with me. I mean you, the person who is watching this video right now. I appreciate you. And I'll see you in the next video.